Massey Show. And here's your host, Chris Massey.
It's a weekend night, I'm doing what I always do. Yeah, turn side to side, you're driving me out of my mind. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Massey and welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show here on the American Hearts Radio Network. We're coming to you live tonight from our studio here in downtown Atlanta, and tonight is episode 20 of season 2 and the 36th episode of the Chris Massey Music Show. We appreciate you watching. Yes, we do. So Al, you're back. So you were over in with the SOS band in Europe, and you guys were touring with Patti LaBelle. How'd it go?
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Great crowds, man.
So tell me now.
They kept asking me about you. I said, he's not coming unless y'all pay him.
So tell me now, when Patti does Lady Marmalade, does it still bring the house down like it did in the 70s?
Man, when her intro brought the house down.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
So when she plays Lady Marmalade, you do a little moving behind the soundboard, you do a little dancing down there, you throw down a little bit? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Since our last broadcast last month, there have been a lot of things happen in the world, and most of them are not good. Of course, we had the horrific terrorist attack in Paris that left many people dead and many people wounded. And now we have Syrian refugees coming into America. And this has created quite a debate between the right and the left. The people on the right, say that this is a way for terrorists to come into our country. And the left says, that we have these people who are under political persecution. These people are in a desperate situation. If they stay in their homeland, they're going to die. And you have a lot of families, husband, wives, and children. So America has always stepped up in situations like that. So that is kind of where the debate goes. I have to tell you, though, if you haven't noticed, it's not real hard to come into the United States illegally, okay? So, I kind of think that if the terrorists wanted to plant terrorists here in America, they could do it a whole lot easier than having terrorists pose as Syrian refugees coming in with the other refugees. Of course, I'm not a politician. That's just my opinion for whatever it's worth. Now, a lot of Americans, though, are really coming down on the Muslim faith, because the people that are the terrorists, that is their faith, And I want to remind our Christian friends that are watching tonight, and that's what, about 3 people, Al, maybe 4?
Yeah, anyway. You really draw them, man.
Anyway, I'd like to remind them that the biggest terrorist attack in the United States history outside of 9/11 was committed in Oklahoma City by one Timothy McVeigh. And Timothy McVeigh was a white American Christian. At least that's what he said. Now, let me ask you this. Al, there are 3 qualifications to join the Ku Klux Klan. Do you know what they are?
You got me, man.
You got you. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here, Al, and say that you have never looked into applying for membership of the Ku Klux Klan. Is that right? Now, for those of you that don't know, my engineer, Al, is African-American. That's why he's giving me both fingers right now as we're having this conversation. Okay, well, here they are. The first qualification is that you got to be white. And I mean lily white. You can't have a Jewish uncle or a Japanese half-sister or anything like that. The second qualification that you have to have is you have to not like black people, Jewish people, or any people other than white people. And the third qualification to be in the Ku Klux Klan is you have to be Christian. So the point I'm making is this, is that all religions have their wackos, okay? And we don't judge Christianity by the people in the Ku Klux Klan, and we shouldn't judge the Muslim faith by a group of people that are set out to create evil for people in the United States. Now, I was listening to Rush Limbaugh yesterday, Al, and Rush was doing what he's doing. He was making fun of President Obama, being sarcastic, and this guy's been getting paid millions of dollars to do this for 8 years. And he made this comment stating that he heard Obama make a speech and that he almost had an orgasm. And he almost had an orgasm hearing Barack Obama talk. Well, Russ, you know, you having an orgasm, that's really not a big deal. I mean, all it takes for you to have an orgasm is, you know, a box of Little Debbie's or extra cheese on your pizza or a buy one, get one free Whopper sale at the Burger King. So it's really not that big of a deal. And I mean, I figure that if you have an orgasm when Obama was making a speech, well, when Ronald Reagan was talking, you probably just dropped your pants and took advantage of yourself wherever it was you happened to be. So in Rush, I'm still waiting for that invitation to be on your show. Okay. All right. Now, Marco Rubio at the debates was, he keeps talking about the military, you know, and Marco wants to add $1 trillion to the debt to increase our military. Now, I'm just going to take a guess here that if you look at the campaign contributions for Marco Rubio, you're going to find a lot of money coming in from defense contractors. And these people got behind Mitt Romney, too. Mitt Romney wanted to increase the military by $2 million. So anyway, Marco was, in the last debate, he said, I know that America is stronger when it has the biggest military on the planet. Well, Marco, I need to tell you something. We have the biggest military on the planet, and it's not even close. You know what you're like? You're like that guy that lives in the trailer park, and his wife just got a boob job, and she's sporting around 44 triple Ds, and everybody, all the other women in the trailer park are wearing A-cups, and you're walking around bitching because your wife's tits aren't big enough. You know? You get my point? All right. Now, did you know this? Did you know that Marco Rubio is also a gangster rap fan? Did you know that, Al? In a recent article in GQ magazine, Marco Rubio said that some of his favorite acts are Eminem and NWA, and he is also a big fan of Tupac. Okay? Now, Mr. Rubio, I have to tell you, this is not going to go over real well with the far Christian right of the Republican Party. I mean, some of these people, when you ring their doorbell, Amazing Grace starts to play. And it's going to be hard for them to get behind somebody who's listening to songs about bitches, hoes, guns, and crack cocaine. So what you need to do, Mark, is you need to go out and buy you some Pat Boone records and some Andy Williams records, and maybe even some Captain Tennille. And you need to make yourself as lily white as possible. That way you might be able to win the presidency, and you can probably join the Ku Klux Klan. All right, we got a great show tonight. I've got Doug Southern from the Georgia Shine Band and Chris Jackson with a very interesting product for you guys to see. Stick around. We're going to have a good time tonight. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a great night out? Are you in the Atlanta, Georgia area? Are you looking to check out some live, awesome music during the week? They have keynote, poker tournaments, horseshoes, and special events. It's all at the Moon Shadow Tavern. That's at 3976 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. That's the Moon Shadow Tavern. Give them a call, 770-674-2133. Check out their selection of great food, friendly service. Visit their website at msttucker.com. That's www.msttucker.com. Moon Shadow Tavern is a proud sponsor of the Chris Massey Web TV Music Show on www.americanheartsradio.com. Make sure you told them that American Hearts Radio sent you. Visit their website, check out their great selection of food, appetizers, wings, burgers, sandwiches and wraps, steaks and chicken, salads and sides. Also their drink specials. Live music during the week. Check them out. Give them a call, 770-674-2133.
All right, we're back. For those of you that are still watching after that monologue that we just did, I imagine Betty from Hoover, Alabama is going to be calling in no time. You know, Betty's a big fan of mine, and we always have a discussion with Betty at Christmas about the Merry Christmas versus Happy Holidays. You know, and we'll be back in December for the annual Chris Massey Music Christmas Show. We're going to have Colonel Bruce Hampton here. Sloan Rainwater from Sloan Photo is going to be here too. It's going to be a big time. And also Leon Smoker and Rachel Jordan will be back. Leon just got out of jail last month for that marijuana possession, and he'll be back here for another Hippy Dippy classic album review. Okay, my first guest tonight is has got a little thing that he makes here, and he's trying to sell them on the internet, and it's very interesting, and I think you're going to enjoy this part of the show. Would you please welcome to the Chris Massey Show, Mr. Chris Jackson. Yes, come on in, come on in. All right, have a seat here. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what it is that you build and exactly what it does.
Well, I build and make Cajon box drums.
Cajon box drums. Okay.
Cajon is a box. Literally means box in Spanish.
Okay.
And I was driving around the town I live in and saw a guy playing guitar in front of a store, and he was sitting on top of one about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And immediately I was intrigued and started learning how to make them. Been building them for about 2 years now, and just recently started selling them.
Okay. Now it's a wood box, and you basically sit on it, and when you hit it with your hands, it's got sounds for the snare, the toms, and the kick drum.
Correct.
Okay. No cymbal sounds.
No cymbals, but they do make attachments.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like a box of bongos with different types of sounds.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Pretty much, and you can sit on it and play it. Why don't you bring it up here? Let's take a look at it. Okay. All right, so this is it, and now tell me if I'm right here, Chris. You can sit back down. All right, you got like toms are over here, and then you got snare right there.
Snare right there.
And kick drum. Okay. All right, and you just sit on it and pretty much play the rhythm on it and stuff, and I imagine somebody with an acoustic guitar could play along with you on this. It'd be pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, there's a sound for it.
Okay. And what kind of wood is this?
This is made from birch.
Okay.
It's a good hardwood to use.
All right. So. And you're making these yourself?
I am.
Now, what makes yours different from the other manufacturers?
Well, they're custom, handmade by me. They're not. I mean, bigger companies, mass produce them.
Right. Okay. But yours has got to be a little bit different, or you're going to run into some copyright problems. Would that be right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it wouldn't take much to make it different.
No.
I mean, you can make it an inch bigger or an inch deeper, or.
Oh, actually, I mean, now that you say that, I mean, this is actually 1.5 inches taller.
There you go. There you go.
It's
all right. Okay.
Not as deep.
All right. Well, why don't you set it back down over here, and we're going to have Mr. Smith, drummer for the Georgia Shine Band, is going to come up and play a little bit on this thing for us right here. Tell you what, pull it on in a little closer. There you go. Come on, go over here, Chris. Okay. All right. Let's see what you can do on that thing. All right. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very mobile. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, and you have a. Where can we find these things at, Chris?
Southern Ways Creation on Etsy.com.
Southern Ways Creation at Etsy. That's ETSY.com. And what do one of these sell for about?
I do this one right here. Ones like these for $60.
$60, and do you ship them out, or you deliver them, or how does it work?
I ship them out of state, obviously, and then like I'm meeting a guy tomorrow.
Okay. All right, great. Okay. Well, I think this is something that'll probably going to catch on for a lot of people. A lot of people, there's nobody out there that's never took sticks and beat something for drums. I mean, everybody just does, and this gives people an opportunity that don't have any formal training playing the drums to be able to do something like this and maybe lead on to some other stuff. Chris, thanks for being on the show. All right, Chris Jackson, everybody. We'll be right back. Hey, I'm Leon Smoker.
And I'm Rachel Jordan.
And I'm Moses Moe from Mother's Finest.
And you're watching the Chris Massey Music Show. Hey, man, you remember that time when you guys opened for Aerosmith?
I do.
man, that was awesome. All right, we're back. Okay. All right. My next guest tonight is a singer-songwriter and is the front man for a band called Georgia Shine. They've done some, in his career, he's done some pretty big things, played on some Leonard Skinner Simple Man cruises. He was in a band earlier in his career that opened up for acts like the Guess Who, Grand Funk Railroad, the Atlanta Rhythm section around Atlanta. And he is here tonight, and he's got his guitar with him. I know he's going to do a song for us after we talk for a little bit. Would you please welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show, Mr. Doug Southern. Come on in, brother. Come on in. Come on in. I'm doing well. Now, Doug, I got to tell you, I went online and saw some of you guys' stuff, and there is no doubt about it. You guys are a Southern rock band.
Yes,
I mean, you're not going to be mistaken for heavy metal or pop or British Invasion or anything. It is Southern.
Right.
It is Southern rock.
Yeah. I live and breathe it.
The lyrics, the sound, everything, you know. And when I was watching, the first thing that struck me was I was thinking Molly Hatchet, Marshall Tucker. Your tone of voice kind of blends in.
I've been compared to some of the Danny Joe Brown stuff.
Yeah,
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you're from Dallas, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're the same age as me, got out of high school in 1980, and you started playing in a band called the Southern Company.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that. And that band went on for what, 13 years?
Yeah,
okay, that's a long time.
We did all kinds of good things. That's where I really started learning to write songs. So
okay.
I realized that cover songs was really not for me. So
okay.
So yeah, and then when my daughter was born, you know, I started working with her and spent a lot of years raising her. And she plays piano, guitar.
Okay. And this is who you played with on Simple Man cruises, right?
Yeah. I spent all, you know, she's 20 now, so all her teenage years, man, me and her played all over the place.
Okay.
And,
when you say all over, you mean all over the country, right?
Yeah, we traveled all over, from Ohio to South Florida, you know, I mean, lots of places.
Okay, and is she still performing now?
She sure does, yeah.
Okay.
She played a big show this past Saturday night that I got to go to, which was a blast.
Okay. Now, so did you quit or did she fire you?
She kind of fired me, you know. She's better off without me. So she's actually got a band of her own peers, you know, her own age. So
that's right. That's right.
So
but I'm still, she still knocks on you for a little advice from time to time.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Now, so Southern Company ended in the early '90s. And you guys did some shows at the Center Stage Theater in Atlanta.
Yeah. We played a lot of cool things.
And you played down at the Rec Room.
Sure did.
Okay, Towhead and Jimmy James. How you doing? Jimmy's been on the show, and we go way back with those guys. And a lot of great bands played at the Rec Room. I know the Black Crowes played there, and Collective Soul, and Blackberry Smoke.
It was a strange place, but we all got to play there.
Okay. See, I was out of music at that time. I played from 1980 to 1990, and then I got married and raised my daughter, and she is 21 now, as a matter of fact.
Got to get your priorities in line.
That's right, that's right. And then I got a divorce in 2005, and then I started playing again after a 15-year, and basically had to start all over from scratch, you know. But I've enjoyed every minute of it. I really have.
Well, with these new group of guys, man, I'm having a blast.
Okay. Now, so tell me about the Georgia Shine Band, how this came about, and what you guys do.
Well, about 2 years ago, a fella come to me and said he knew some guys that wanted to only do original music.
Okay.
That's right down my alley because that's all I want to do. And so we've been about 2 years, just finished our brand new CD here.
All right, is this for me?
Yes, sir.
The Georgia Shine Band, there you go.
It's on iTunes.
Excellent,
it's on
excellent.
Amazon, so we're selling quite a few, actually more than I thought. So
okay,
you know, we
very good.
Yeah, getting some good reviews.
Now let me ask you, because I know for me, being a songwriter, and at my age, you know, what I'm basically looking to do is anything, including having someone else record one of my songs. Is that something that you're interested in?
Man, I'd love to. Yeah, Kenny Chesney could have any song.
Well, that's what I told my wife. You know, I said at my age, you know, I don't really have as much artistic integrity as I had when I was 20. I mean, if they want to use one of my songs for a toothpaste commercial in Japan and they're going to write me a check, there's probably a good chance that I'm going to take it. You know,
right.
I mean, that's just the way it is. So, so what's the instrumentation of the band?
We got 3 guitar players, so we got that triple threat.
Gotta have that if you're gonna play Southern rock. I mean,
got a really solid bass player and a great drummer that's here with us today.
Okay. Now, when you go in the studio, do you bring in any keyboards or anything?
Yeah,
or
we did. We came in. We had a keyboard player come in and do like 6 songs on this pass. We just needed that old Hammond B3 sound.
Right.
And, he come in and fill the shoes really good.
See, now I have a lot of people who will say, well, you shouldn't do anything in the studio that you can't do live. But I disagree. This is for listening to,
right.
Okay? And the live thing is something totally different. And whatever I can do to dress my CD up,
yes, sir.
to make it appealing to the ears,
right.
That's what I do. Because I know my band is just me and then a guitar, bass, and drummer, okay?
Yes.
But on my records, I have steel guitar, I have fiddle, I have keyboards, I have female backup singers. I mean, whatever the song calls for,
Yeah, and our keyboard player, he'll go play with us, for the money.
Yeah, yeah, they always want more.
Yeah, something about them keyboard players.
Just because they can read music, I don't know what that is all about, and
Maybe
stuff.
that's it.
So now, have you found that doing all original? Because I'll tell you, when my first record came out in 2010, I was doing, and the second one in 2012. I would go play these clubs, and I would play all original, okay, and then. What happened for me is that I had to start playing some cover tunes to get more gigs to keep the guys in my band happy.
Yes.
And I still am able to play mine, but when I was doing all original, it kind of
it's tough.
It
tough.
Shrunk the pool of places that I could play.
If you
found
good,
that?
Yeah, man. If you got good songs, but you just it's hard to play original music and stay in the same city.
Yes.
You've got to get out.
That's right. That is
travel.
right. Because no matter where you go, I mean, people come in and they don't know you. And unfortunately, and I've never understood this, why somebody listens to their car radio on the way to the club, and when they go inside, they want to hear the songs they heard in the parking lot, have you play them and stuff.
Exactly.
So we branched out, but for me, we do a lot of old country stuff. Merle Haggard and old Waylon and stuff like that. And I really enjoy doing that stuff. Because to me, to a lot of these people, that's original music too, because none of them have ever heard it before.
Exactly. I've been disappointed with the new country, really. I mean, there's a few out there. Right. Jamie Johnson, of course. Chris
Jamie Johnson, absolutely.
But most of the country, I'm kind of disappointed in some of it.
Well, and I'm not a big fan of it either, but and the people that do it are very talented. Yeah. I mean, they're very talented. There's no doubt about that. But it's, to me, it's there's a formula now, and the formula makes money, and that's what they're sticking to. I mean, take a band like in the 70s. A lot of people don't know this. Aerosmith's first record sold 50,000 copies.
Yes.
Okay. If that happens today, you're not getting a second record.
You're right. Yeah,
and back then, they believed in the artist. They did a thing called artist development, which now you have to do yourself. Yeah. When you show up,
50,000 copies will be really
when you
sweet.
show up to sign that record deal, you need to have probably 2 or 3 of these already out, studio experience, and a big fan base on the internet and all that.
Right.
So and then there are other bands like that. ZZ Top didn't sell 100,000. Neither did Kiss.
Yeah,
Cheap Trick. All these bands, and think what we would have missed out on if they wouldn't give these guys a second and third album. It's definitely changed, and it's all about the money. And when it becomes about the money rather than the music, then you're not going to get as good an art.
That's right.
You're just not.
Yeah, that's why we just struggle and do our thing. If we're happy.
That's right.
We just rock and roll.
That's right. So tell me, who plays slide guitar in the band?
Well, Dustin McElroy is one of our guitar players. He plays slide.
Okay.
Kevin Taylor, he plays slide. They're both great guitar players.
Okay,
so,
you better mention your bass player while you're at it.
Brian Watson. What's up, buddy?
Okay.
And then Mark Smith, of course. So, got a great group of guys.
Okay. How many originals you guys got?
About 15. We just tracked even 6 brand new ones yesterday in the studio. So.
Well, if you're like me, you're writing songs faster than you can learn them.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But that's a good place to be.
Man, I got a shoebox full. I can blow the dust off of them. And
this last album that I did, that'll be out in a couple of weeks, for a lot of reasons, budget, going on the road, whatever, it's taken 2 years to do.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel your
pain. Now, what has happened is that in that 2-year span, I have written songs that I think are better than some of the songs that are on the album. But that's where you want to be at. That's where you want to be.
Well, our album was going to have 12 songs, and I presented I came in one day with a song called 64. And I played it to the producer, and he goes, "It's got to make it on this album." So, and that's actually the song I'm going to play.
You're going to do that for me now?
Man.
Okay, well, let's hear it. Go ahead, grab your guitar there. Everybody.
It's a true story. Kevin, our guitar player, his wife, it was her uncle. So this is a true story. So it's called 64.
Okay, take at it.
64 years I've been waiting for the day I go home. I've been so scared, thought you forgot me. It's been so long. As I lie here in silence, I can hear footsteps on this path. Hey, where you going? Won't you turn around? Please come back. I was private, first class in this here Korean War. Straight out of West Gant High School, I wanted something more. Only 17, I told a white lie. That's where my story begins. Fighting with brothers for something I didn't really believe in. My name is John Russell Bowers. I didn't mind the sacrifice to lay it all on the line. I never thought twice. The red, white, and blue, they used to run deep through my veins. But now at the end of the day, I'm just another name. Well, we were overwhelmed by the enemy. We could not get away. Taken captive by the Chinese on Valentine's Day. I was so shocked and frightened, but that's where I learned to pray. Only to be killed by friendly fire on the 3rd of May. Well, I often thought of my parents to help me get through all this pain. And I got to see evil up close. Maybe I was done a favor. It was easier this way. But years and years of my folks not knowing was probably the worst feeling of all. In 97, Mama died. 98, Daddy. Man, don't that just beat all. My name is John Russell Bowers, and I didn't mind the sacrifice to lay it all on the line. I never thought twice. The red, white, and blue, it used to run deep through my veins. But now at the end of the day, I'm just another name. Well, I returned home March 19th, 2015, finally to be laid to rest. There were my parents on that beautiful hillside. I'm sure they know that I've done my best. My name is John Russell Bowers. I didn't mind the sacrifice. Yep, that's on the CD.
Very good, very good.
Thank you very much.
Now, when can we see the Georgia Sound Band? When are you guys going to be playing
Let's
next?
see, we're taking a little time off because I'm headed to Vegas to celebrate my birthday. So we're going to party a little bit, get through the holidays. But starting February, we're going to be fired back up.
Okay.
We just signed a deal with the Nashville Bike Week. That's a little ways off, but there's going to be 20 major acts, and we're going to be playing 6 days up there in Nashville for that.
Excellent. Okay.
Looking to be playing, the 120 Tavern the first of the year in Marietta, Dixie Tavern. So we play a lot of local stuff like that. Looking to get out and head to South Florida.
All right. Well, let's do a show next year
Thank
together.
you very much. I appreciate it,
man.
Yes, sir.
Doug Southern, everybody. We'll be right back.
I'm Rick Richards of Georgia Satellites, and you're watching the Chris Massey Show live.
All right, we're back. We're back. For being a guest on the Chris Massey Music Show, my guest, Chris Jackson and Doug Southern, will receive a 6-month supply of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, and a case of turtle wax. That's right. Just see Ray, the security guard downstairs, excuse me, and Ray will get you your door prizes. Now, Al, one show left in season 2.
Really?
One show, yep. Season 2 will be over next month.
Congratulations.
And I just heard that they are renewing our contract for season 3.
Congratulations. Man.
Season 3. So are you gonna
You gonna bring some beer on the next show?
I might. Are you gonna be around for season 3?
Oh man. Yeah.
Because I told him if Al quits, I'm quitting. That's just that's just all
man,
there.
I'm all in.
That's
man.
all there is to
I need
it.
that monthly dose, man.
Well, I believe that our next show will be December the 29th. Okay, and we're going to have Colonel Bruce Hampton, the famous Bruce Hampton from the Hampton Grease Band and the movie Sling Blade, is scheduled to be here, along with Sloan Rainwater from Sloan Photo, an Atlanta photographer who is now getting her photos in national publications and is working for the Creative Loafing. So, and she started taking pictures right here on this show. You know, she did. She's done very well. Okay, so that's it. And like I always say, always love your woman. Take life as it comes. And when you get the chance, have too much fun. We'll see you next time.